I'm here now with Ella Godin, founder and CEO of OtterBox. The tagline is a field in a box, and it's essentially grain that grows looking like grass. So Ella, thank you for joining me.
Oh, you're very welcome, Megan. It's great to be here with Agriland.
Great. So look, we're in front of a lovely display here, and I suppose, first of all, could you explain to me just briefly a bit about what OtterBox is and maybe what is hydroponic fodder?
Well, the way to think about it is that it's land that's stackable, that farms itself.
Okay.
So you push the button and you print the grass. The way this works is that you take grain, any type of seed will sprout, even beans, like legumes, and you're putting it in water. Now you're keeping the amount of water correct automatically at the touch of a button. Nature is actually doing the work. The engineering is in the seed. All the seed needs is water. It doesn't need any nutrients, and it sprouts up from seed to feed in 6 days.
Okay, and you mentioned water there, and we're all about sustainability these days. Everybody's talking about it. How much water does this use? Does it need a lot of water? Does it recirculate? What is the water usage like?
As you can see, there's sprayers. Now they only need to come on for a few seconds, a couple times an hour. So it actually has the lowest water consumption of any method of production.
Okay, and like I can see here now, this is not in the ground. This is on some sort of table.
Well spotted.
Or a conveyor belt. I know, difficult to notice that. So this is, in some ways, you might even say nearly portable. It's out of the ground, and does the whole thing gets consumed?
I'll tell you, Megan, yes. Okay. So a 40-foot container arrives plug and play. A ton of fresh feed will fall off the end of that container every single day. 6 days after you receive it, you get it up and running. You're getting a ton every day. Also, I can put 3 tons or 10 tons or 100 tons into a shed. So the ton a day is €100,000. That's like 40 acres that farms itself. To put 3 tons into a shed, 180,000, and that's to the spec of your shed.
Okay, and let's talk about fertilizer for a second. We know the grass that grows in the ground, crops, all of that. You're going to need pesticides, you're going to need fertilizers, and I mean the price of fertilizer has shot through the roof in recent months. What do we need here to get this to grow? You
need water. That's it.
It.
There's nothing else added.
Okay, and in terms of, let's come back to the sustainability for a minute, the atmosphere, and let's talk about methane and all of that. How does this perform on that front when you do feed it to livestock?
That's very interesting, because there's some very good research just came out of the US, and they've proven that there's a reduction of 24% when this is fed to dairy at a third of the ration, and in beef there's a reduction of 48%, and that's directly measured. The reason that it's reducing the methane is because it's increasing the efficiency of the feed conversion. What that's doing is it's making it very easy for the animal to digest. So it's interesting that digestion is actually the biggest energy cost an animal has. So by dialing down the energy needed, because it's so digestible, the animal has more energy available.
And why is this so much more digestible?
So again, thank you, nature.
Yeah.
So seeds are meant not to be digested. They're meant to be taken into the animal, out the other end, far away. That's their goal, is to extend their range.
Yeah.
By germinating it, that's the process that has evolved that goes along with digestion. So germination and digestion have evolved together as co-processes. So for example, the carbohydrates become sugars, the starch becomes sugars, the proteins become amino acids. All of those are highly digestible. It's at germination that the digestive enzymes are formed. So those digestive enzymes do what they say on the tin, they digest. So as you add this into your ration, everything that you're adding in is digested as well. Like omega-3. Omega-3 is built at germination. Vitamin C is built at germination. And once they have been built, they start to degrade.
Okay.
So by feeding it just 6 days after germination, you're getting everything. Like it looks like grass, but it feeds like grain.
Okay.
It approximately replaces grain 2 to 1. So you got a ton of grain, you get 6 tons of hydro fodder, and that approximately replaces 3 tons of the grain.
Okay, And let's come on to beef cattle for a minute.
Yeah.
What are the benefits there that this can deliver for those type of cows?
Well, they're super healthy. It's gonna, like in big herds in the States, they reduce their cull rate from 12 or 14% to 0.
Okay.
So you get a big health gain. There's a good ratio. The oldest company in the world selling the same technology is from Australia. 15 years later, the way they do the math, 3% of live weight as fed will give you a kg to 2 a day in gain. You also need to add a kg or 2 of roughage.
Okay.
The condition, like this was very sweet. A farmer on Barrow Island got in touch with me when he saw I'd won the award for innovation at AgTech UCD. And he said he'd built his own system himself in his shed.
Okay.
And he said, I don't know why everybody doesn't do this. The benefits to the cattle are plain to see. So yeah, it's you actually see the benefit. They're shinier, their hooves are stronger. Because it's the correct pH, they have no acidosis.
Okay.
You know, they're tremendously healthy because they're getting everything they need and they love it. They'll literally sort for it. I put some in the field with the suckler cows beside my house, and they were pushing each other out of the way to get to it.
Okay.
You know.
So it's nearly like a treat for them. They love it.
They love it, yeah.
And let's come on to availability and market availability and all of that kind of stuff. So does a farmer purchase a unit like this? Does he visit
or she
or they
are they
do they visit a production facility and buy off them? Do they install a unit of their own, or has that yet to be worked out?
Yeah, so the first ton container that does the ton a day, that's going to County Meat, a guy named David Dunn.
Okay.
You can get in touch with me and I can arrange for it to be seen. It should be arriving by the end of the year, all going well.
Okay.
This little baby, this will be in our shop every day in Carricktool producing.
Okay.
So if some of your viewers want to come and try it, I'll give them some of the fodder. We'll have 60 kg a day every day at Carricktool at OtterBox, a field in a box.
Okay.
You just push the button and you print the grass.
Okay. Well, Ella, it all sounds very innovative and very fascinating, and I'm sure you've had a lot of interest at the Ploughing as a result. Has it been a good turnover?
It's been so exciting.
Yeah?
It's been so exciting.
Great.
I actually got to meet my hero because there's a fella, Steve Collins near Bantry, who'd won an OBE, and he's been using this technology since 2010. And I finally met him today. It was like meeting a rock star.
Well, that's what the Ploughing is for, I suppose. Listen, Ella, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much. You're great, Megan.
Thank you.
And thank you to Agriland. It's a real pleasure.
Thank you.